Howdy folks, Justin here. It is day one of the December 2017 season. After fooling around with some mono-neutral decks for a few games, I'm going to play my first game on the ladder with a real deck. And so that deck I've chosen to play with first is Support Mage, featuring some new hotness from the recent Clockwork City expansion. We have the Mechanical Heart, we have a Memory Wraith, 3 Rune Archaeologists, and 1 copy of Excavate. Our opponent is Mobile Swow with the, I believe that's an Assassin avatar, and they are rocking Scout. Okay, so maybe Memory Wraith gets some value there. We have it in our opening hand. I'll go ahead and keep it just so we can see the animation. I have replaced Daggerfall Mage with Rune Archaeologist. I think it fills a similar function, and I just wanted to try as many new cards as possible, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, let's see what we got here. Our opponent is a Thieves Guild Bandit. Took out a copy of no, I took out a Shrieking Harpy. Took out the Cloudress Illusionists. I'm okay with these changes. One of the questions is going to be, when do we pull the trigger on Memory Wraith? There's a Hist Grove. We still have no support removal in the deck, so that's worth keeping in mind. I guess I didn't take out the Cloudress Illusionists.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
There's Brynholf, so we can Cloudrest, execute that in one turn. We are going to take 4 here, and he's going to ramp up to 7 if you like. Okay.
I can smell you.
Sure thing. There's a word wall. You got it. Let's get this guy off the table.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Alright. It might have been wise to play the Cloudress Illusionist in the right lane to encourage him to go face more, but looks like he's doing a pretty good job of stacking his hand with shouts, but he's got the Workwater Witch. Okay. Alright. Shrieking Harpy. I don't really feel like playing that. Let's just pass turn. Opponent has access to 8 Magicka now. And there's a Skeletal Dragon. Mechanical Heart. Doesn't seem like it's quite time to pull the trigger on Memory Wraith. Get a little Mechanical Heart action there. I love this look. Little frame around our avatar is pretty sweet. Another word wall, absolutely. So, and there's Solitaire, so I guess I made a small mistake. Just bringing back Brynwolf.
Observe.
And so that's all 3 Graveyard Mentors. There's an Orb of Vermina, which is pretty good in this matchup. Our opponent is just continuing to go face, though, which is probably the right move. So we give him back his last Graveyard Mentor. I guess.
I have many important things on my mind.
Gain a little life. Next turn we can Tire Alchemist, Orb of Vermina without using up a charge. I need a Harpy that though. Opponent's hand is full of shouts, but he has 1 creature in his discard pile and it's Skeletal Dragon. We can't execute that. Oh, let's see here. So we're gonna Manticore that.
By all the powers of the Eight, we'll see about this.
See what happens. His hand is full of shouts, minus... I mean, potentially a fully upgraded green shout. Yeah. Okay, only upgraded it once. Okay. So 2 of the cards in his hand then are Solitaires. There's a giant bat. So we need to pull the trigger on Memory Wraith sooner rather than later, which is unfortunate because I also need to kill this Cauldron Keeper. So I could execute Memory Wraith, Cauldron Keeper, but then I'm getting no value. I think we just gotta let him have it for one turn. If he brings it back, he brings it back. So he swings here. I mean, maybe he takes this trade here. He brings back Skeletal Dragon now, though. So if somehow he swings and doesn't resurrect at this turn, we pull the trigger on Memory Wraith. Naturally, that's not what happens. Uh-huh.
You must be cleansed.
Silences my mechanical heart. Yep. Six means we're dead to Tazcad. What's our plan next turn? Okay. College of Winterhold, Cauldron Keeper. That last card is Solitaire, which brings back Skeletal Dragon, right? I think it's Solitaire. Oh, it brings back Shadowfen Priest. So guard is not going to be enough. Okay. Well,
I sell cures for all ills.
this is the best we can do. If we live the next turn and we can steal his 7/6 giant bat,
What have we here?
we can gain a significant amount of life. Uh-huh. Tazcad. That's good. We need to Harpy Tazcad. So now we Mirac this, swing it into that. Okay.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
Alright. There we go. There we go. Turning Mirac into a 13 drop isn't great, but turning Manticora into a 12 drop can be. And Execute, I think, is worse than Firebolt in terms of cards we're keeping for the long haul. I can pull the trigger on Memory Wraith finally.
To the skies.
It's not gonna matter much anymore. Moonlight Werebat, okie dokie. Okay, Cauldron Keeper's pretty reasonable. Is there any way we can keep this alive so we can keep draining? I want to play Memory Wraith. I could turn Memory Wraith into a 7-drop. I could turn this into Odiving. So the two 12-drops are Odiving, well, there's Odiving, Parthenax, and forgetting something. Why don't we just do it? Why don't we just do it? I believe. Iron Atronach. Less good, much less good.
Nicely done. A little distraction might prove useful.
I sell
Okay.
cures for all ills.
Removal spell seems good. Let's go ahead and just use this. Javelin seems real good. He's going to hit 15 magicka, so having an answer... Oh, he's not. Okay. I was going to say having an answer to his dealio seemed essential. But...
The hist revives.
Okay, now he's going to hit 15 magicka, but we have the Iron Atronach locking down that lane. Orb. I want to play Orb and Memory Wraith this turn. Okay. There goes his discard pile. Oh, bye-bye. Okay. I think we just clear this off. 21 life is respectable enough.
Behold my power.
And get wrecked, Scout. So we don't really need to worry about this lane. We can Javelin this one. Opponent's just kind of had enough. Good. Because I'm tired of playing against this deck. We can Plunder. Enchanted Plate. Orcish Warhammer. Let's just swing into that. By
all the powers of the Eight.
Now we have our own Drain Vitality.
We're on the cusp of a major discovery.
Okay. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry, opponent. That's twice that my opponent has just randomly disconnected from me in the last 2 days when I played new ridiculous cards and decks. But this wasn't even that new. I mean, I Memory Wraithed him. But buddy, you already played. Well, who knows what you played? I can't see your discard pile because I banished it. What are you gonna do, Scout? The times they are changing. Ba-dum bum ba-dum, ba-dum bum ba-dum. Do-do-do-do-do. So, do I think this deck's good? Yeah. I think it's actually a really good choice for today. Maybe the next couple days, as people are... I mean, I was trying to play mono neutral, and I just got stomped by some aggro decks. In my first 2 games of the season. And, this deck, however, it's part of the reason I chose it. I was like, oh, let's get some videos where I'm just beating up aggro. This deck does a pretty good job of solving that problem. And the scout problem too, apparently. So close though, man, so close. I mean, you drew all your shouts, you reanimated your giant bat repeatedly, my giant bat ultimately, but it started off as yours. It joined my team after a while.
I bow to your victory.
That's very polite of you. Alright, well, there you go. Anyway, this deck's good, and I think it's a good deck to play right now. Because it... Obviously, you can beat Scout, but it also crushes aggro. So... Get wrecked.